Om Sahana Bhavatuhu Sahana Bhunaktuhu Sarvavirya Karvavahe Tejasvinav Dhitamastu Ma Vidishavahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May the Supreme Lord protect us, both the teacher and the student. May He nourish us both. May our study be thorough and fruitful. May we not hate each other. With this, I start my today's session. Hello everyone. This is Rupa and you are with me in Teachings of Life, the ultimate place to learn life skills. All of us want to succeed in our endeavors. Sometimes it is a dire need to succeed, but not all can taste success. We need a key to success in these competitive times. Swami Vivekananda gives us the key. He says the power of concentration is the only key to the treasure house of knowledge. Through concentration of mind, everything can be accomplished. Even mountains can be crushed to atoms. Today's topic of discussion is how to focus mind. Before starting, I want to tell you a beautiful story. One day, a yogi and his disciple arrived in a big city. They had no money with them, but they needed food and a place to stay. The disciple was sure that they were going to beg for their food and sleep in the park at night. There is a big park not far from here. We can sleep there at night, said the disciple. In the open air, asked the yogi. Yes, responded the student. The yogi smiled and said, No, tonight we are going to sleep in a hotel and eat there too. The student was amazed and exclaimed, We cannot afford that. Come and sit down, said the yogi. They both sat down on the ground, and the yogi said, When you focus your mind intently on any subject, it comes to pass. The yogi closed his eyes and started to meditate with full concentration. After about 10 minutes, he got up and started to walk, with his disciple following him. They walked through several streets and alleys until they arrived at a hotel. Come, let's enter inside, the yogi said to his disciple. They just set foot in the entrance when a well-dressed man approached them. I am the manager of this hotel. You look like traveling swamis, and I believe you have no money. Would you like to work in the kitchen? And in return, I will give you food and a place to stay. Fine, the yogi responded. The disciple was perplexed and asked the yogi, Did you use any magic? How did you do that? The yogi smiled and said, I wanted to show you how the power of thoughts work. When you think with full and strong concentration about something that you want to happen and your mind does not resist the subject of your thought materializes. The secret is concentrating, visualizing, seeing details, having faith, and projecting mental and emotional energy into the mental scene. These are the general prerequisites. When your mind is empty from thoughts and only one single thought is allowed to enter, it gains a great power. One should be careful with what he thinks. A concentrated thought is powerful and exerts a very strong influence. The disciple looked at his teacher and said, I see that I have to sharpen my concentration in order to be able to use this power. Yes, this is the first step, the yogi replied. How do we focus our mind? This focus of mind is actually very important for success in the world and in spiritual life. Swami Vivekananda said, difference in ordinary person and extraordinary person lies in the degree of concentration. and he himself had an extraordinary power of concentration. So, concentration is essential for every person, whatever his vocation may be. It is seen that concentration is inherently developed in artisans like blacksmiths, barbers, carpenters, and weavers. If the blacksmith misses his mark while striking with the hammer, even slightly, there is a possibility of crushing his hand. If the carpenter does not have a good hold on his chisel, he will lose his toe. But none of these people practiced concentration after reading a book or listening to a lecture. The situation created by the demands of their professions has forced the cultivation of concentration in them. Hence, they have to work very attentively. Thereby, they would have obtained a form of concentration related to their occupations. Based on the preceding observations, we come to know the fact that concentration is achieved by continuous striving. This was Lord Krishna's answer to Arjuna's question 2. Practice results in perfection. Today's children are citizens of tomorrow. The biggest problem that our students face today is how to concentrate their mind and remember what they read. Fortunately, however, in the veins of our youth, the holy blood of our ancient rishis is still flowing. Whenever the youth are provided with right opportunities, this inner spirit of their being gets manifested and surprises all with its marvelous result. A few helpful suggestions to awaken this hidden potential are given. Following steps. Step 1. Just as a yogi needs a firm and soft seat to sit upon while meditating, every student must have the facility of a chair and a table to enable him to spread books and study comfortably. Step 2. Having sat down to read or write, one should not shake his body unnecessarily. A large number of students adopt odd postures while sitting down to study. There are others who go on gazing at something or the other as though engrossed in deep thinking, and chew their pens or pencils while at studies. There are many other such pretentious practices. All these are detrimental to concentration. Even as a shaky vessel disturbs the water contained in it, so too the mind becomes disturbed when the body keeps changing its posture. Therefore, it is important to sit in a dignified and steady posture while studying. Step 3. A single topic must be taken up for study at a given time. Need not be specially mentioned. However, when a topic has been chosen, the mind should be kept immersed in it for at least 1 full hour. Merely reading through a book does not mean one has studied it. One must know the difference between merely reading a book and studying it. But concentration is one thing that is common to both, for reading as well as studying. This will result in a good command over the subject matter and will also help further reading. Step 4. During this period, a family member might call with a request to attend some other work. Therefore, the inmates of the house must be told previously, please do not call me for an hour, because the study cannot be carried out with wholesome concentration. If even the expectations that someone might interrupt lurks in the mind. Step 5. Students should know another important point. It is equally necessary to keep the mind clean. Indecent and vulgar thoughts should not only be denied entry into the mind but also be prevented from passing in the mind's vicinity, because they are the very culprits who create havoc in the mind and spoil it. It does not matter much even if the mind is drowsy or dreamy, but once some indecency and vulgarity creep into it, there cannot be any talk of concentration, since concentration comes easily to a pure and unpolluted mind. Step 6. Students must resolve within themselves like this: I shall fully study these portions within an hour's time, and feel anxious to complete the study of the portion within the allotted time. It might not be possible to finish the portions within the allotted time in the beginning, but with such eager efforts, possibility of mind remaining awake increases. Accordingly, constant efforts to keep the mind awake will help developing concentration to a larger extent. In every student lies a wonderful capacity for acquiring tremendous knowledge. There is no doubt about this. Only a student must not doubt his own inner strength. By studying and thinking regularly and methodically, a student can achieve anything and everything. Swamiji said, "The world is ready to give up its secrets. If we only know how to knock, how to give it the necessary blow, the strength and force of the blow come through concentration." In conclusion, he says, there is no limit to the power of human mind. The more concentrated it is, the more power it brought to bear on one point. That is the secret. With this, I end my today's session. Hope you enjoyed very much. If you like my videos, please like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you.